We're back.
Hello.
This is Family Looking Up, and we are so happy to have you back. I am Beth.
I'm Andrea.
And I'm Camille.
Guys, it's just a pleasure, really.
Isn't it?
Really,
what a
just
fun
a
day
pleasure.
we're having.
Can I just tell you, I drove to Andrea's house from my home this morning.
Yes.
It's like close to 3 hours.
It is.
And I decided to spend that 3 hours listening to old episodes of us. Except not the episode, just our
the intro.
intros. And I just giggled and felt so silly for giggling so much at ourselves. But one episode I listened to was let's see if our listeners know our voice. And Camille's like, hi, I'm Beth. I have 5 kids. And I'm like, hi, this is exponentially amazing. I'm smart and say big words. This is Camille. And then both together, me and Andrea were like, me and Camille were like, this is Andrea. Is that even true? And Andrea's like, nice guys. Thank you. It was funny.
We went through a good period where you guys would always say, it's impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible.
We have some very quotable lines over the years.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
So great.
So fun. All right, guys, this is Valentine's.
Yeah, this is our Valentine's
Today.
episode.
So actually, we're not going to give you any advice for Valentine's. This is like for the rest of your married life.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's too late.
But also we can give you some, I mean, if it's the morning of.
That's true.
Then you can pull some stuff together
If you're a
tonight.
faithful listener, you will know you still have time.
Yes. If
You
you're an
always have
unfaithful
time.
listener, then sucks to be you. Because you had the worst Valentines of your life. Your husband was mad. Your kids were crying.
You're like,
you
I
were
should have
depressed.
listened 8 hours ago.
If only
Dang it.
people started barfing.
If only I would have heard this 8 hours ago, everything would be different.
Make a whole movie about that. That would be a good Hallmark movie, wouldn't it?
8 hours ago.
8
hours ago.
Oh. Yep.
And they like said all these things and burnt all these bridges. They didn't know they were getting
Yeah.
a promotion, and they yelled at their boss, and then their grandpa died, and only I would have gone and gave him a kiss.
You guys, we should start we should start a new company.
Okay.
Okay.
let's
That
do
like
it.
competes with Hallmark.
Yes.
Because we would actually write scripts.
Oh.
So that would be our first script, is that we could like do like the 8 hours earlier.
8 hours earlier.
We would blow their mind.
Yeah,
we would.
When,
We're
like,
gonna
wait a
call
minute,
it-
this is not a
We would
normal
blow
Hallmark
up the
movie.
internet. We would blow up women's
Everything would
hearts.
blow up.
Where
Oh my
is
gosh.
the high school boyfriend that comes back
Yeah.
in? There won't be a high
No,
school
they
boyfriend.
don't exist.
No, because they didn't go to high school. They're illiterate.
They are high school
We're in
dropouts.
Appalachia now, guys.
Oh, yes. Okay. And we're gonna call it Mark Hall. What a name! What's the new
Hashtag
channel called?
IYKYK.
It's Mark Hall.
You listen to Hallmark or Mark Hall?
Super creative.
It is super creative. That was fast.
Hey, I have a book to talk about though.
Ooh.
Okay.
Literature.
Hello.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Poppy.
Hello, Cicely and
Henrietta.
Oh, you guys remembered. Thank you.
It is. I didn't talk about this already, right? I mean, this is a book that's going to make you feel better before you feel horrible about yourself.
Okay,
Okay.
great. I love to feel better. I'll just read it halfway. That's how I go.
Yes.
Actually, Camille will be great.
I will.
Yes.
I'll just stop at
I
the
will
happy
be in
part.
despair.
Present over perfect.
No, but you didn't tell us about it, but I saw you post about it on your private
Present
Instagram.
over. Okay, tell me about it before I
Present
put it in
over
my-
perfect by Shauna Nyquist. Is that how we'd say her name?
Sure.
Nyquist. Apparently, she's well known.
Okay.
I don't know.
So well
her.
known, we both don't know how to pronounce
Yeah.
her
Well, she
name.
probably
We don't
doesn't know us,
But like,
so there.
she has like other books, and she's like she's real big in the like Christian circuit. She's hanging out with not Brenna.
Brene.
Yes, thank you.
Oh.
Brene.
Her and
She is
Brene are
big.
buddies,
Oh.
and like some other person
that gives
that
her
talks
some
about-
credit.
Murray,
Yeah. That's like
Dr.
street,
Phil.
That's street cred.
Okay.
Oh, Jen Hatmaker.
Oh.
Like she's hanging with those ladies.
Okay.
So let's just sum it up.
Okay.
She's richer than us.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know
She
that.
probably has a new car.
We know. Yeah. She's not
Yeah.
driving a 2006.
Yeah,
Let me just
there
tell
we
you that
go.
right now. Okay. So I personally had never heard of her. Other people I've talked to are familiar with this woman.
Okay.
So this is what I liked about it. It is this well-known woman. She has lots of followers, very successful, traveling all the time, little kids, a husband, but she's miserable. It's not like a novel. She's talking about her.
This is
like
This is a
nonfiction.
Okay.
nonfiction. Yeah. And she's saying like, I have all of these things, but I just feel wrung out. I'm just exhausted. I'm running. And she kind of gets into like, what am I trying to prove? Like, I'm trying to prove that I can have kids and I can still work and I can still write and I can still be there and I can still look put together. And she's like, and I'm realizing, who am I proving this to? Like, my husband and my kids are not getting the best of me. All these other people that mean nothing are. And so she starts like making these changes. And of course and she says it many times, like it's over a course of like 4 years, and now she's writing it in a couple hundred pages. So she's like, it's hard to explain and to see all the slow changes and stuff. But it's just all about valuing being present with the people who mean most instead of looking or acting or being perfect. It's very good.
I love that.
I think every female,
I want to read it.
every religious female in particular, needs to read it. There's some part, I mean, you don't necessarily love the whole thing, whatever, but there's just so many good little tidbits. We did it for book club in Colorado, and I even loved it more after book club, like we always do.
Yeah.
Because like I was like, oh, I really like that part. I really like this part. But then as everyone else started talking about the parts they loved and how it applied to them, I was like, oh, so true. This is, what goals do you have?
She deserves to be friends with Brene.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've earned it.
She's on trend.
And so it was very good. Present over perfect.
Well, it reminds
read
me. It reminds me of Essentialism.
Yeah,
by
it's kind of
Greg
that same
McEwen.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like really similar to that in that idea. I feel like Essentialism, like that book, went to my core.
Yeah.
That
I agree.
like deep in, and I feel like all of the things that are kind of making my decisions right now revolve around that. I kind of run things through the filter of, well, is that an essential thing?
Yeah.
Is that going to help the essential?
Yeah.
Or is that going to take away from the essential? Which it's hard for me to say no to things. And I feel like I'm just saying no all over the place these days.
You just know.
People
girl.
are like,
No
hey,
one
Camilla.
likes
And I'm
you
like,
anymore. No.
you're not essential.
And she does talk about how she even got yes tattooed somewhere on her body because she just wanted to say yes to live, and like it was used in a positive way.
Right.
And then she's like, but then I just started saying yes to everything. Can you write another book? Yes. Can you go on this trip? Yes. Can you know, leave this? And she's like, I became such a yes person that then I was saying no to people I cared about, unintentionally. So she's like, so now I still believe in yes. I still think you should do it and live it. And do you want to climb this mountain? Yes, let's try it. But she's like, but you just need to learn when to say no. And remember, who are you saying no to? Every time you say yes or no, you're saying yes and no to someone.
That's true.
Or something.
Well, speaking of, Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So it fits in with that. No, because it does fit in with that. Because, you'll know this. I mean,
I know this.
how many years have you been married, Beth?
So many. 17.
Okay. And you're
This year.
what, 25?
Oh my gosh.
26?
27?
27.
97.
Because you got married
Yeah,
younger than
97.
I did. 2 years younger than me.
Did I?
Yeah, because I was 99. So I've been married 25 years. So you're 27.
Oh my gosh, you guys have been married so long.
I know, so long. Well, we're
I'm just
ancient.
gonna
I know.
listen.
This is why I went
You
blonde,
guys
because
know
now I'm
everything
getting
about
gray.
marriage.
Okay, so my point is this. You will know. You will agree with this. Unintentionally, we give the best of ourselves to people who are not our spouse.
Absolutely.
And our kids. And we give the leftovers.
Yes.
To
They
our
like
spouse and our
leftovers.
kids.
Don't
We-
they just love leftovers?
Oh, some leftovers are so
Sometimes,
good.
you guys,
Like a
sometimes
broken
we don't
lid.
even reheat it. Sometimes we don't even reheat the leftovers. We seriously are just throwing cold mac and cheese at our family.
It's
And that's what we've got.
conglomerated. Like you can't.
That's all we've got
Oh,
left. Yeah. We're at our end because we've given. We've given all the best of us. And now all we have left is the unheated leftovers.
Yeah.
And it fits in with that because if we aren't conscious of that and actively working to not do that, that is what naturally happens.
Yeah.
It's not even a decision. It's
true.
We make the decision without even realizing we're making that decision. And so I think, just in light of Valentine's Day and talking about that, it goes hand in hand that we have to make these conscious decisions to say, how can I give my spouse and my kids more than leftover?
Yeah.
I'm going to make a brand new meal.
Yes, I'm doing it.
You're going to make a brand new
You're
sourdough
welcome.
loaf,
Oh, yeah.
steaming
welcome.
hot
Yes.
for them.
I am not serving leftovers
like
on Valentine's
soup
Day.
that you made that day.
Yeah. With fresh ingredients, not even the moldy stuff. that you
No,
picked off.
we're doing organic. We're going to pay
Whoa.
more.
Yes.
We're
We're going to pay more
This is
for
perfect.
less.
And then our husbands will be
Non-GMO.
mad at us and we'll fight all night because we spend so much on organic spinach. It'll be great. I love it.
Yeah.
I will say this is very much in this essentialism realm, which Danny did not like.
Oh.
He did not like that book because you know why? He's already an essentialist.
Okay, that's why.
And he's like, why does he keep saying the same thing over and over? I know. I don't do things that aren't important right then. And I'm like, okay, you're dumb. You know nothing.
Yeah.
But this
for those of us who needed to hear it 5 times, it was great.
And this is very in that realm, except very Christian.
Yeah.
So like she really brings religion and God into it, which is like great. It's like a new look at why are we choosing? Because I feel like essentialism is very business. Like to me, it's like kind of about like being your best corporate self.
Yes.
This is more like she talks more about being a mom and a wife and a believer. Okay. And so I think it's good. I think you guys will both like it.
I need to read
what
that
over
one.
Perfect?
Present
Over perfect. Okay, because you're going to be present. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to be present.
I would write it down, but my phone is being used.
Yeah, you have no choice here.
I have no choice.
Oh, I tried reading 10,000 weeks or something like that. And it was basically the same idea. Like when I started reading it, I'm like, this is kind of the same idea. Like, because apparently we have 10,000 weeks in our lifetime.
Oh.
So how do we spend those 10,000 weeks? But I highly do not recommend it.
Oh.
It was like the finest print with no spaces. And I thought, man, I have wasted a whole week of my life trying to read this.
Now I only have 9,999 weeks left, dang it.
Because I kind of felt like Danny with essentialism, where I was like, okay, in the first chapter, you said everything that you just keep repeating yourself. I did not even finish it, and I rarely don't finish, but
I honestly,
it was painful.
Don't feel
recommend.
like a lot of self-help books in that genre are kind of the same thing. Like
first 3 chapters and you're done.
Which like Make Your Bed, which is a book.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to talk about. Did you already read it, or you were going to read it?
I've read it.
Oh, okay. You talked about it before. Okay, that's short.
Yes.
And it's like, really, does he need to put more info?
No. You just need the meat of it.
Yeah.
But,
So I think Present Over Perfect, you could say the same thing, is that there's kind of a repetitive thread about it, but little gems, some really good stories.
I'm going to read it.
I am going to read that.
Thank you for joining us today on Literature Corner. I feel like what kind of accent?
Kermit? You're half Kermit, half British?
I'm a British Kermit.
A little bit of a speech impediment.
I'm that king that used to stutter, and then he learned to talk.
The King's Speech.
Sound like the King's Speech.
Yeah. Just start singing, and you'll be fine.
The King's Speech. Okay, let's talk about Valentine's Day.
Let's do.
Things that have worked, things that haven't. What are you doing this year? How are we going to not? If you're not listening, you're toast.
Yeah,
That's right. We got to make those that don't listen feel badly that they didn't try it.
Yes.
Even though they'll never know because they don't listen.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like, okay, so historically, let's just go back. Valentine's, I wanted it to be a thing. I wanted it to like Danny to care.
Oh.
Like we go out, do something. No, Danny doesn't care.
Before we go farther, I just want to know, are you guys Valentine's lovers or haters? Do you like it or not? Some people really hate Valentine's Day and some people like it.
I love it.
I'm a convert. I used to back in the day when I wanted it to be a thing. I didn't like it. I was like, this is stupid. This is annoying, whatever. Then I just said, okay, well, why not just make it a thing? Like, let's just celebrate with the kids. And now I love it. I think Valentine's Day is so fun. When I gave up any expectation that something romantic should happen or some gesture, then I would be angsty about it.
Okay.
But now I gave up on that.
So that's a great point because it all came down to before you're like, you're not doing enough for me.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I can do all these things to make others
I don't need to
feel
I
happy.
was a selfish turd.
All right. So what are we going to do what are the things that you've done to enjoy Valentine's?
Now that I'm not a selfish turd.
Yes.
I do lots of things. I love it. It's so fun. Okay. If you're listening after breakfast, I'm sorry. Valentine's breakfast for the kids. That's pretty easy. Don't you do a fancy breakfast?
Yeah, we
Just
do like a
pancakes and
Yeah.
stuff.
I place a fancy dinner table, I make place settings, and then we have a fancy breakfast.
Oh,
I
that's
love that.
really
What day of the
cool.
week is Valentine's? Tuesday?
It's Tuesday this year.
Okay. I don't think anyone has piano. Sometimes mornings we have piano.
Tuesdays are really bad at our house.
Tuesdays
That's the
are
worst
okay.
morning.
So I like the nice breakfast and like a heart with a little no. We always do that. We've given the kids boxes of fruit snacks forever, which I don't think anyone even likes them anymore. But now I'm like, do we make the switch or do we just say forever until we die?
I saw the cutest thing on
Okay, tell me.
Instagram. And
Insta.
I kind of want to do it, but it might be more work than I want to do. But
Okay.
it's called an exploding box. Have you guys seen this before?
Yes.
What?
I've
No.
never done this
Yes,
before.
I
does it
just saw
mean?
these. Yeah.
So you buy like these nesting boxes, where you can get like 3 cardboard boxes inside each other, just little ones.
Okay.
And then the lady went through and she just cut them all so that they
What?
all opened flat,
Okay.
the sides open flat. And then she glued or taped things in there like mini candy bars, gift cards, cash. And so then she she folds them all up and puts the top lid on. And so when the person opens it up, the whole thing falls open with all these little prizes in there.
Really?
You should just Google probably exploding box. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
It's so cute.
How much do you think those stacking boxes cost?
She said she got everything at Walmart. Okay. So I would bet it's probably like, I don't know. I wouldn't think it'd be too much.
Okay.
And you wouldn't have to get hers were Valentine's stacking boxes, but you could probably just get whatever.
Yeah.
But it was really cute.
Okay. You only have 2 kids at home, Andrea. Now's your time.
I wanted to send that to my college daughter. I thought that would be fun.
You always love your girls more.
Fun.
Well, I would do something for them too, but I just thought that's fun to open, you know, in the mail. You get that out and it's like,
okay, fine. I still think you love her more.
Just hate your boys. Just love you, guy.
Love you.
They're going to be here for the breakfast and all those things, but she's not.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So anyway, I thought that was a cute idea.
Okay. I'm going to have to look at it. I know. I do think I need some new ideas because we always have done the same. Like we cut out a heart, we set the table, I make something pink for breakfast. Maybe do I need to change it up or do we just do the same thing every year?
There's nothing wrong with doing the same thing.
If you're lame.
It's called tradition.
Tradition. I do want to put, like, all of my kids bring cold lunch now that it's not free anymore. That was a sad day for Colorado. So I do want to put a note in their lunch.
Yeah.
Fun.
Like, I feel like that's like something they're all going to go to lunch anyways. And then this year, we usually do a dinner together. But tell me what you think.
That's so.
I make like a heart-shaped meatloaf or, you know, some pink mashed potatoes and all that.
Pizza.
This year, we're going to leave the kids and Danny and I are going to just stay in town at this cutest, like renovated barn. I'm so excited. The question is, do we stay with the kids and like do dinner? Because it's only like 20 minutes away. Stay with the kids and do dinner and then leave them. Or do we just say after school, like, bye, and we go have dinner by ourselves?
Get your money's worth out of I say just go. You can always have a fancy dinner the day before, the night after, but go enjoy your date.
If you do fancy breakfast, you also need fancy dinner?
No.
And
One fancy a day is the rule?
So if you feel like you feel really bad about that,
Okay.
you do early dinner anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
You and Danny could be there and serve them dinner
At 4
so
o'clock.
that they get their early dinner, and then you guys leave and you guys go have dinner.
Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
eat the dinner.
Okay.
But you're there to give them the dinner so they feel like they're still getting that fun thing, but then you leave.
Honestly, if I just look up like Valentine treats and have like cookies and pink
They'll be
popcorn,
thrilled.
they'll be like, get out of here. And
Yeah.
like, you get to watch
Kids
a
don't
movie.
care.
Oh yeah, and
They don't
tell
want
them
my
they can't
fancy
have any
meatloaf.
of that until you leave.
Yes. Oh, don't they sell heart-shaped pizzas at Papa Murphy
Murphy's.
still?
Yeah.
This
Do
is
they?
perfect. Go get a couple heart-shaped pizzas.
That's it.
And just pink treats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay. My Valentine's settled.
There you go.
But we've never gone out. Like we've never, I don't even know that we've gone to dinner.
Just make sure you have reservations.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
always have reservations. If
Okay.
you're going to do a Valentine's night in a restaurant, get them now
Okay.
because like they fill up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
We went out we usually don't do Valentine's night. We'll usually push it to the Friday
Yeah.
so that we can go. That's our date night. That's when we always go out. And so we usually do that. But one year we stayed in town and we went to a local restaurant and it was just terrible. I hated it because they had everybody
thing.
sharing tables.
Oh.
And so you're
Yep.
trying to have
You remember
this,
that? You remember that?
Oh, I've
year?
had that happen
I'm
lots
sure.
of times.
And-
Is it
and
because
they-
they're just full?
Yes. And so they put all of these people
Well,
at your
because
table.
they're big tables where
Yes.
normally you have a family coming, but on Valentine's it's just couples.
Yes.
And so they just
It's
have
a 6-person
couples.
table.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so you're with all these people.
And you probably know them. And because we're in
Yeah.
a tiny town.
well, you know them enough that
Yeah.
you can't talk about things, right?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never doing this again. This is the
Oh.
worst, like Valentine's dinner because it's the opposite of
Yes.
Valentine's.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't ever want to do that again. That's what I learned. But if you go to like a nice place, you make reservations. You'll be
Okay.
good. I love to go out.
What about gifts? Do you give your spouse gifts for Valentine's?
Not really.
I used to.
You did? Like, what would you even give for
Well,
Valentine's?
I don't remember. Like, some little thing. But then my husband and I started doing the greatest thing for our anniversary and our Valentine's.
Okay.
Because we have my birthday is in November, then Christmas is December, Then our anniversary is December 30th. Then Valentine's is February, right?
And so life choices.
You're having to make all these gift choices. It's exhausting, right? So finally we said, okay, look, my birthday stays. Get me something.
Yeah. Do not touch my birthday.
We don't touch my birthday.
Yes.
But, and then Christmas stays.
Yeah.
We still, okay. But for the rest, why don't, instead of coming up with some little thing, why don't we just come up with something together that we would love to get that we wouldn't normally get?
Yeah. Bread machine.
Something, right? And so this year, like for our anniversary, we were like, okay, what do we want to get that we would not normally get, but it would be awesome to get and we would both be excited about? And we walk through the house. We're like, we could get a TV, but we don't need a TV. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're just looking at like, what could we get, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Then I thought of, we need to get like a closet system in our bedroom.
Nothing says romance like
oh my gosh.
closets.
I'm telling you, no, it is truth though. I am telling you, we have had the worst closet on earth. So we ripped that baby out and we put in this new thing. Every day we're
great choice.
I
It's a
love
good
you.
choice.
I love you.
I love you because of this closet.
Look at my shirt hanging up
I'm
there.
telling you what, if you haven't had a good closet for what, how many years have we been here? 18 years?
It's time.
It was happy.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, just come up with something. It could be a trip.
Yes, I do think experiences. That's the ticket.
I know.
Like anniversaries, it's like you don't need to buy me anything. Let's just go somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm not a jewelry person.
Yeah,
and it really does make me like. I don't like getting flowers at Valentine's because I just think about how much money you had to pay for those roses.
Right.
I'm like,
$100.
I would way rather go out to dinner and
stay
at
a
movie
hotel and stay at a hotel. Like you could do so much with that.
Yeah, so we don't. I've made like little chocolate bouquets or like those kinds of things, but it's always very minimal.
I keep hearing about people for like anniversaries or Valentines or birthdays or whatever who like write notes to each other. And in theory, I really like this idea because then you'd have this 30 years or however many years you have together of these notes and like trying to make them not just sappy stuff but like meaningful of things that have happened that year. Like it was really great this year when you didn't hit me as hard as you did last year or whatever. But I just can't ever bring myself to do it in the moment.
So here's my question. It seems to me like a normal man is not going to want to write those notes. Do you feel that way?
I feel like they probably won't want to,
but they will.
Men want to do anything. Yeah. But I think Danny is definitely capable.
Okay.
He can write himself a sappy note.
Yeah.
If the mood hits.
Yes.
And if it's just what you do and just like, hey, it's coming, we both have to do it. I think I'll have a harder time than he
was kind of raised that way. I mean, his mom was always,
so many words of affirmation.
Okay.
I'd be more worried about myself.
I know.
Like,
that's
I feel
what
like I'm really bad at like thank you cards.
Okay. Yes.
And just like, those letters you write when you're writing letters to your kids and you want them to be like, so like they're going off to college. I want this to be meaningful. And I just feel like I'm not good at that kind of stuff.
I'm like, hey,
some
you've
people
been all
are.
right for the last 18 years.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks
I'm not
for the
going to say I'm
memories.
not happy you're gone.
I don't know how to say this, but
happy you're alive.
I'm not crying.
This is a joyous occasion.
I agree. I think I'd be worse at it than Danny Boy.
Yeah, I think I would.
But I like the idea. I've heard of it.
Yes.
And then I just listened to an interview, like a podcast. It was some old lady. And her husband they'd written each other notes over all those years, and now the husband was passed away.
Sounds like a Nicholas Sparks movie.
It does seem like
Last Christmas in Paris. I just brought that up.
Was this a real life thing? But then she was reading some of them on the podcast, and like they were so like proper and old fashioned that I was like, my letters would not sound like that. Like, dearest love, the embrace that you gave me was so kind and considerate. I'm like, what is this? No,
I don't even know what that word means.
There was somewhere it's like we'd been in a fight, and then she read it, and it was like the feelings I had were negative, and I'm like, okay, but they were so cute and sweet, but they were just so formal and proper and nice. But I was like, I'm thinking of the long game, you guys.
Yeah,
right now,
you have
I
a
don't
history.
care. But when I'm 90,
no, it's so true because like when I was on my mission for a year and a half, Alan wrote me and I wrote him. See? We wrote all the time. And I've saved every one of those. And I'm really grateful.
Them?
No, it's true. So maybe we should all do this.
Do you want to apologize for judging me and looking at me?
I do want to apologize. I think it's actually a beautiful idea.
Thank you. I don't think any of us. No, we're not going to do it.
No, but it's a beautiful idea.
Do you think we'll do it?
I think we should try.
I think it has potential.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we shouldn't throw
Will
it
your
out.
husbands do it?
Yes.
If I make him.
If I
You guys are all feeling bad that you're making your husbands write nice things about you?
I know. That's what I'm just trying to figure out where this like, hey, let's this Valentine's, you write a note and I write a note. That's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
Like we give anniversary cards.
I mean, you do?
I've saved all those.
Cards.
You guys give anniversary? I don't think I've ever given Danny a card.
Oh, really? I have quite a few cards
Alan's
that I've saved
given me
over.
a card.
So basically, Beth, I think it's you.
It's just me.
You need to start something.
Okay, let me just defend my honor. We have notes we've written to each other. I'm not going to pay for a card. That just seems expensive. Why use a piece of paper? You know what I mean?
And
You've got notes written on diapers.
Yes.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. Scraps of paper here and there.
There we go.
Or different like times that he's like heart attacked my car.
Yeah.
You know, and he writes
sweet.
like, "You're nice." You know, I put that.
Great eyes.
Great eyes. Not bad. Not
See,
the worst.
Beth came from the generation that they don't write; they just type.
Yeah. I need a typewriter.
You need a little typewriter.
I didn't learn cursive.
Did you really not learn cursive?
I did learn cursive.
I was going to say, you're
It's just not
you're
good.
too old for that.
It's just not good. It's not nice. Okay, so we could potentially do a letter. We'll all think about it.
Okay,
That's a good idea.
I like.
That took us a long time to talk about that letter.
I know. Wow. Let's edit everything we just said.
Let's take it all
What
out.
other great ideas? Valentine's. This is what I think the key to all holidays.
Okay, that's
It's
good.
just-
Since Valentine's basically over now.
Yes, but even St. Patrick's Day, like these little holidays, or even Christmas, big holidays. I think the key is just making it fun and not too serious.
Yeah.
I think we all screw up holidays when we try to make it serious or
Yes.
like it's too meaningful. It means nothing. It's a made up day. Some dude that made up the English language also made up some holidays. Like it just means nothing.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day means nothing to any of us. So, but we can make it really fun and stupid and just like throw confetti all over our kids that night and makes a huge mess and everyone thinks it's so fun.
But it's so true because like my daughter, when Christmas ends, like the night of Christmas, she was like, I'm so sad. I said, why? She's like, because Christmas is over. What's the next holiday? And I said, New Year's. And she goes, okay, that is so exciting. And so she like waits for New Year's.
Yeah.
Then the same thing happens. What's the next holiday? Valentine's. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I love Valentine's.
Exactly. But I have been bad at being a Valentine's mom. So I'm going to do better at that.
Do better.
I am.
And if we just don't make it, but then what we do is we say we're going to do better. So let's make exploding boxes and decorate and make this fancy dessert.
I'm just going to do like breakfast, dinner, and here's a little present.
All you do is pink. You just do pancakes with pink food coloring, and now all this you buy whipped cream that day, sprinkles. Oh my word!
My gosh, you just blew me out of the water.
$5 and made a child's fantasy come true.
Okay,
like I just think we complicate it so much. Like the letters. Let's go back to those. Should we delve into some more
let's
letters?
go back to the letters.
We're probably trying
I feel like we need to
we're
talk
making
more.
it too meaningful, and so then it's going to become stressful and something you dread.
Yeah,
letters
I agree.
Are out.
I'm fine to
Just
check the
give each other a
letters.
high five.
That's
It means enough. It means enough.
Yeah, I think though, like acknowledging whether it be a getaway, a dinner, a date, a present, whatever floats your boat. I think that's so important to just remember that you really are in this together and you want to be.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Anything else? I mean, wow, we changed lives here today again.
I think that was pretty good.
Do we have Valentine fails? Let me just take a moment. I feel like there's been I can ruin
I
every
feel like
holiday.
my life is a Valentine fail.
Yeah, a little bit. Anytime Danny's done anything slightly romantic, you guys know I've just botched it. I've just made it weird. I've panicked. Everything. I just like, get mad. He's like, why are you mad? I don't know. You're being so kind to me.
How dare you?
Anytime it gets to Valentine's and anniversaries are prime time for me to just do something weird and screw it up. But I can't think of a specific. It's probably
Instance?
after 5 years of me just ruining it. I think that's when we went to heart-shaped meatloaf. And we're like, okay,
Perfect.
it's time.
If it works
is
for
love.
Phineas and Ferb, it works for you.
Phineas. All right. Well, anyone have any closing remarks? Or are we done? I
think
like
we're done.
You got a short one today.
We're going to have 2 more episodes that we release. And at that point, you can probably still find us in all the same ways that you've found us, whether it be through Apple Podcasts. After that, you can also go to, if they're not there for some reason, which I think they will be, but if they're not, you can go to YouTube, look up Family Looking Up, and everything will be right there.
Boom,
So you can
shakalaka.
listen. Yeah. But we've got 2 more. So enjoy.
Bye.